Have you ever stopped to think why some people seem unshakable no matter what life throws at them? Why they stay calm in chaos, make better decisions under pressure, and somehow shape their reality while everyone else is drowning in stress? The answer isn't luck, it isn't money, and it isn't some mystical talent. It's a mindset. An ancient, powerful mindset that can turn the chaos of the world into order inside your mind. It's the philosophy of the Stoics. And today, you're going to discover the Stoic secret to controlling reality itself. Now, before you think philosophy is boring or outdated, let me stop you right here. The Stoics weren't armchair thinkers sitting in ivory towers. They were emperors, warriors, leaders. Marcus Aurelius, the most powerful man in the world, ruling the Roman Empire, wrote down his Stoic reflections every night in a journal that still inspires millions today. Epictetus, born a slave with no possessions and no freedom, still managed to achieve complete inner freedom through Stoicism. Seneca, one of the richest men in Rome, advisor to emperors, used Stoicism to remain unshaken by wealth, power, and even death. These men didn't just survive life's storms, they thrived in them. And here's the shocking part. What they knew 2,000 years ago is exactly what you need right now, in this chaotic, noisy, overwhelming world. Because let's face it, you live in a time of endless distractions. Your phone screams for your attention. Your mind races with anxiety about the future. You scroll through endless feeds comparing your life to others. You feel pulled in 1,000 directions at once. And yet, deep down, you crave control. Control over your emotions, control over your focus, control over your reality. That's exactly what the Stoics mastered. And you can too. So let's uncover their secret. But pay close attention because what I'm about to reveal isn't just another self-help tip. It's a timeless blueprint for controlling reality, not by bending the universe, but by mastering the one thing that actually matters: your mind. Here's the first Stoic principle that changes everything. You control almost nothing, and yet that's your greatest power. Think about it. You don't control the weather. You don't control traffic. You don't control what people say or do. You don't control whether the stock market goes up or crashes tomorrow. And yet, what do we spend most of our time worrying about? Exactly those things. Epictetus said it best. Some things are in our control and others not. That's it. The entire philosophy of Stoicism can be summed up in those words. Your energy should go only toward what's in your control. Your thoughts, your actions, your choices. Everything else, let it go. But here's the twist. The moment you stop trying to control what you can't, you suddenly gain real control over your reality. Because reality isn't what happens outside you. Reality is how you interpret it inside your mind. Let me give you a story. Imagine two soldiers on the battlefield. Both lose the same fight. One curses fate, blames his commander, and collapses in despair. The other accepts what happened, learns from it, and uses it to fight smarter tomorrow. Same event. Two completely different realities. What changed? Not the world, their mindset. That's the Stoic secret. Now, let's bring this to your life. You lose your job. One version of you says, "I'm ruined. I'll never recover. Why me?" Another version says, "This is tough, but I'll grow. I'll find new opportunities. I'll build something better." Same event, two different realities. Which version of you wins? The one who applies the Stoic secret. Here's where it gets even more powerful. Science backs this up. Studies show that people who reframe negative events with a Stoic mindset feel less stress, perform better under pressure, and even live longer. It's not just philosophy, it's psychology, it's biology, it's the way the brain works. But wait, let's dig deeper. The Stoics didn't just say, control your mind like it's some motivational poster. They gave practical tools to do it. And these tools are as effective today as they were in ancient Rome. Tool number 1, negative visualization. It sounds dark, but it's powerful. Every morning, the Stoics imagined the worst-case scenario. They thought about losing their health, their loved ones, their wealth. Not to feel depressed, but to become grateful. Because when you face loss in your mind, you stop fearing it, and you suddenly appreciate what you have. Think about it. When was the last time you truly appreciated being able to breathe easily, or walk, or see the people you love? You take it for granted until it's gone. The Stoics train themselves never to wait for loss to wake them up. They practiced gratitude every single day by imagining what could be taken away. Tool number 2, the dichotomy of control. Every time something happens, the Stoics asked, is this in my control or not? If yes, act. If no, let it go. Simple, but brutally effective. Next time someone insults you online, ask, is this in my control? No, their words aren't yours, but your response is. And by choosing calm instead of anger, you take full control of reality. Tool number 3, amor fati, the love of fate. The Stoics didn't just accept what happened, they embraced it. They saw every obstacle as fuel, every difficulty as a teacher. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Read that again. The obstacle becomes the way. Imagine if you saw every setback not as a roadblock, but as the path forward. How unstoppable would you be? But here's the truth. Most people will never live this way. They'll keep fighting battles they can't win. They'll keep blaming the world instead of mastering themselves. They'll keep trying to control reality outside instead of controlling reality inside. That's why the Stoics stood out. That's why they left a legacy that's still alive 2,000 years later. And you, yes, you, watching this right now, have the same choice. You can keep living as a victim of circumstances, or you can take the Stoic secret and rewrite your reality starting today. So let me ask you, what are you going to do the next time life punches you in the face? Are you going to collapse, complain, and curse your luck? Or are you going to pause, breathe, and say, I can't control this, but I can control me? That one decision defines your entire reality. Now, let's go even further, because once you truly live by the Stoic mindset, something incredible happens. You stop being controlled by fear. Fear of rejection, fear of failure, fear of loss, fear of death itself. Seneca wrote, "He who fears death will never do anything worthy of a living man." Think about that. Fear shrinks your life. It keeps you from speaking up, taking risks, chasing your dreams. But when you embrace death, when you see it as natural, inevitable, and outside your control, you become free. Free to live fully, free to love deeply, free to act boldly, because nothing can be taken from you that you haven't already accepted. That's the ultimate Stoic power. Not escaping reality, not controlling others, but becoming unshakable. And in that unshakable state, you control reality because reality no longer controls you. Now here's the final piece. If you want to live this way, you need practice. The Stoics trained their minds every single day, just like you train muscles at the gym. So, here's your daily Stoic workout. 1. Every morning remind yourself, today I will meet people who are selfish, rude, arrogant, jealous. But they are like this because they don't know better. I cannot control them, but I can control me. This prepares you for the world. 2. Practice negative visualization. Spend 2 minutes imagining losing something you love. Then, open your eyes and notice the gratitude that floods in. 3. At night, journal like Marcus Aurelius. Write down what went well, what didn't, and how you responded. Did you focus on what you could control, or waste energy on what you couldn't? This reflection sharpens your mind like a blade. Do this daily, and you'll feel the shift. Your anxiety fades, your focus sharpens, your reality bends in your favor. Not because the world changed, but because you did. And here's the most important truth. The Stoic secret isn't about controlling reality outside. It's about realizing that reality was always inside you. Your mind is the lens through which you see the world. Change the lens, and you change the world. So next time you feel overwhelmed, remember this. You control your thoughts. You control your choices. You control your actions. And when you master that, you don't just live life, you command it. That's the Stoic secret. That's how you control reality. And now it's your turn. What reality will you choose today?